could you speak about the work of Marwan? He's a kind of expressionist artist.
Well, Marwan is a painter who came to Germany in 1958 and died in Germany in 2015. And throughout his life, he felt in between. He was the Syrian from Berlin. And he always was between these two worlds. On the one side, the German expressionist artists, the peer group of the early 60s, like Schönebeck, like Baselitz. And on the other side, the Sufi attitude of his Syrian being. That means that he was an introvert, and he would he would paint on the painting on and on again, trying to find his deepest inner self. And when he started, he would paint in persons from head to feet, and the more he focused and proceeded working in the late 60s and early 70s, the more he would focus on the face itself, and the face become a landscape. And
like here,
this is a later painting, and he would never paint anything else between 1975 and his death but the face. A face, that means the soul, trying to put the soul, the inner self, on a canvas.
But there's an evolution in his work, right?
Well, I mean, it's almost conceptual. Going back to the studio every morning and painting on and on again the same face, trying to just get the soul into it. And the sad thing about it is he didn't paint 4 or 5 paintings at a time. He painted them on top of each other, so we don't have plenty left.
Ah, really?
He is actually what you say in German also. He would do peinture. They use the French word for painting to say that it's really painting about painting. It's like color. It's like the intensity of the color and the deepness of the expression on the canvas.
And what was his references in paintings?
I think he was really living in his zeitgeist. He was in this milieu in Berlin, but it was quite controversial between him and Baselitz, and this is probably the reason why he never made the career in due time that he was actually meant for, because he's a brilliant painter.
But now there's a rediscovery.
There is a big comeback, and there are many museums interested in Germany, abroad, all over, and as I told you earlier...
And more than interested, they bought.
Yes, of course.
Like
of course.
MoMA?
The Museum of Modern Art bought a very major painting from the early 60s that they confirmed in 2023. And there are 2 paintings at the Museum of Modern Art in Chicago. There is a painting hanging
Art Institute, right?
No, Museum of Modern Art.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And there is a painting hanging now in Berlin at the Hamburger Bahnhof. Susanne Pfeffer, the director of the Museum of Modern Art in Frankfurt, has just chosen 5 or 6 paintings that she's including in a group show.
And what was the start of his rediscovery, you think? Was it the Venice Biennale? Christine Marcel, Venice Biennale?
I must say, Christine made an amazing presentation, but this is a while ago. And the person who actually, I invited Catherine David to and introduced Catherine to the work of Marwan back in 2006-07, and Catherine made a big exhibition with Susan Cotter at the Serralves Museum in Porto, in Portugal.
Okay.
That was the very first survey after years that happened in Europe, which happened in Porto. And Catherine actually bought a painting by Marwan for the Centre Pompidou, and before leaving the Centre Pompidou. And Christine's show was very much noticed, but it took some time after Christine's show to get him back on stage.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.